Good morning, folks, and happy Wednesday. It's a beautiful morning out, and I hope and pray that you are experiencing the blessings of God and will experience the blessings of God as we go through this day. Oak Level, remember, tonight is our business meeting, so come and be a part of that. You've heard me say this before many times. God expects His entire church body to administer His church, not just 3 or 4 people, but His entire church body. So come and be a part of the decision making for the business of the church, because that's expected of us, folks. We're also going to have our prayer time as well. We will not forsake prayer, I promise you that. We are going to look at our prayer list and make sure we lift up the concerns that are on our hearts, and then get right into business meeting tonight. And we're just going to be in prayer for God's will, and so that we will be working for God's glory. So come and be a part of that. Galatians chapter number 5 today, in verse number 16, Paul tells us these words. I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Think about that for just a minute. Walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Now, in context, we can look to the verses preceding this, and Paul talks about our liberty that we have in Christ. And he says in verse number 13, for you, brethren, or Christians, have been called to liberty. We have liberty in Christ. We've talked about that many times before. Paul says, only do not use liberty as an opportunity for the flesh. Basically, what that is telling us is that we have absolutely no business saying that we're saved, we have liberty in Christ, so we can go ahead and do these, Paul calls it, lusts of the flesh. That is exactly the wrong answer right there. It's kind of the idea of, well, I'm saved, so I can do whatever I want because it's all good. No, it's not all good. If you're saved, you have liberty in Christ, but you are not. You don't have liberty to just go ahead and sin because you have that liberty in Christ. That's what Paul is telling us here. But then he says further down, verse number 16, walk in the Spirit. Here's the point, Christian. If we're walking in the Spirit, then we don't have any room for the lust of the flesh. So I hope and pray that we all will take to heart the fact that if we're walking in the Spirit, we don't have time for lust of the flesh. Think about this. And this happens to me a lot, so I have to be really on guard about this. But think about, you're in your time of devotion, you're in your time of Bible study, your own private prayer, your own private devotion, but all the distractions around you. You know, there might be something you want to call somebody about, or somebody will send you a text, or an email will pop up, or whatever. You fill in the blank. It's almost like we need blinders like they put on horses a lot of times. But if we're walking in the Spirit, here's the thing, we don't have to give opportunity to those things around us, to those things that we ought not be doing. And then sometimes there are things that it's not an issue, it's not a sin, but we need to be walking in the Spirit because they are lusts of the flesh. There are things that we want to do. So let me challenge you today, Christian. Understand that we have liberty in Christ, but that liberty does not give us license to sin. Walk in the Spirit, and we will not be fulfilling the lusts of the flesh. And I hope and pray that you get a blessing and an encouragement from this word today. And I hope and pray that you have a wonderful, wonderful day today in the Lord. Oak Level, remember, business meeting tonight. Come and be with us. And love you, folks. Talk to you a little bit later. God bless you.